Hey, what's up, champions? Welcome to Growth Mode. I'm your host, Donnie Boivin. I can't even think of my own damn name today. Donnie Boivin, the CEO and founder of Success Champions. I spent, over 20 years in the sales game. I've spent the last 4 running 5 different companies and just building out the Success Champion empire. Hanging out with me always is a knucklehead, knuckle dragger, freaking buddy of mine, Kevin Snow, who is a sales and automation tactician and genius. And if you're listening to this, you can't see the baby face. He just went on, I don't know, what the hell do they call that when you go for a weekend?
It's called drill.
Oh, yeah, he went for drill weekend, and so he had to shave, so he got the baby face going today. Kevin, what the...
I have some coming back. It's been almost a week.
Dude, it's so gray right now that you can't even tell you got facial hair coming back. So what the hell are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about why sales and marketing should be best friends.
Oh, this will be fun. So, I have a philosophical thought process on this, and I piss off marketing people, okay? Salespeople, if you ever think you need marketing to do sales, get the fuck out of the game, okay? You do not need marketing to grow your sales business. However, marketing enhances everything a salesperson does. But if any salesperson waits for marketing to bring them leads, to help them meet prospects and everything, if you're waiting for that, if you need that in your life, then get out of the sales game or learn to go sell. Because half the battle of being a badass salesperson is being able to go find your own leads, being able to go find your own prospects. That's where the magic is in being in sales. Now, I am not saying marketing has no value. I'm not saying marketing is not absolutely needed in companies. What I'm saying is salespeople do not rely on marketing. Now, with that said, fucking marketing makes the world go around. It is literally how you're communicating with prospects, collaborations, competitors, whatever. It is how you're literally telling the message of what you do. And there's so much strategy that goes into marketing. There's so much depth and thought process that if marketing done right makes the salesperson's sales job the easiest thing in the world. So sales guys, quit fucking hating on your marketing department and go make them your damn best friend. The reason sales and marketing don't work together is because you guys are both saying I'm right and not talking to each other. It's really a matter of fact of sitting down, crack a fucking beer, glass of rum, I don't give a shit, and go have a damn conversation around how the two of you should be collaborating. Because marketing can't do their job without sales input. Salespeople, you need them to go loud so more people hear about your brand, your service, what you're doing, so your sales job gets easier. So go make friends.
So,
not Kevin. I wanted that soapbox.
that's fine. So I think you hit it on the head when you said that they need to communicate. And that is the biggest issue that I see between sales teams and marketing teams, is that they're both just pointing fingers and they're not actually having a conversation. And they don't understand that they are actually on the same team.
Yeah, it's funny to me. You always hear the salespeople, and it usually comes from fucking salespeople who can't sell. Let me clarify this before I say that. But they're always bitching at the marketing department. They're like, well, their leads suck. They're not even really good leads. Well, why are you blaming the marketing department for bad leads? When's the last time you sat down with the marketing department and explained exactly who you needed to get to?
Yeah.
Don't blame them. Fucking use them.
So marketing people, when they're looking at their contacts in their automation, because that's what they use for marketing most of the time, they're looking at, and they've put together these criteria that they think something is qualified to be marketed to, which we call a marketing qualified lead. Then they have these criteria that they think establish someone to be sales qualified, which means it's ready to go off to a salesperson. And that's how they move leads around in the systems. If a prospect comes in, it's marketing qualified. All right, we're going to start doing some drip things. We're going to do some other stuff. It's sales qualified. Hey, salesperson, call this lead. The issue is that sales and marketing have never gotten together and talked about what these actual criteria are. And there's no process in place for sales to give feedback and say, all right, so marketing, you sent me this lead yesterday, so-and-so. I called them. They're not qualified or they're not the right lead for us because of X, Y, and Z. So that marketing can go back and say, oh, how did this one get through, and look at their processes and figure out how to make it better. On the other side of the issue is all sales normally says is your leads suck and they don't call them. They just make this assumption. And so they're also, while sales needs to have this, marketing has to be open to the feedback from sales and say, hey, this is not right and here's how we'll fix it. Sales has to have an agreement that, hey, we will call your leads in a certain amount of time, all of them, and give you feedback.
Yeah, I really think that people need to put their fucking pants on, their big boy britches on, lace up their fucking boots, be damn adults, and have some real fucking conversations. Because it usually one side of the table is getting butt hurt, right? Somebody is getting their feelings hurt because the other side says shit sucks, right? Shit sucks. Tell people. But sales guys, don't be the fucking asshole that is given a lead and already assume it's shit. It could look like shit on the surface, but you could get into that conversation and find, Kevin, how many times have you sat across from people and in your head you're like, this is not going to turn into anything, and it turned out to be a massive fucking deal because you were judgmental. And it's happened to me way more times than I ever can fucking count. It's fascinating to watch salespeople blame the world for their inability to actually get shit done. And, this is this whole... I don't think salespeople understand that they get into a victim mindset as well when they're sitting across from prospects or whatever, and they're like, man, this guy's, they just suck. There's no ability to make decisions, there's no money, and the truth of the matter is, salespeople, a lot of times, you just fucking suck. Yeah. Get better at sales, and shitty leads could be a gold mine.
Yeah, I think there's that victim mentality, but then they also get the scarcity mentality where everything has to be mine. And I think that's a whole nother discussion that we could have a lot of fun talking about. So how do you have that conversation with sales and marketing to get them to play nice?
First and foremost, I think it starts with the culture of the company as a whole. So if you're running the company, you better fucking set a tone that your teams can sit down and have grown-ass adult conversations. There's no time, there's no crying in baseball. There's no bitching and moaning in business. Right? There's no time to get emotionally butthurt, during business conversations. It's business, guys. This shit isn't personal. And if you're taking it personal, you're both being assholes. It's really that simple. So you need to figure out, how do you have a real conversation without people's emotions getting involved? And part of that is you eliminate the fucking corporate ladder, but that's a whole nother conversation, and make everybody play for the same fucking team. But, when you sit down to that conversation, lay the cards on the table and literally say, guys, This is going to be a tough conversation. I need everybody to keep your emotions in check. I need you guys to get on the same sheet of music. The presidents of companies, you need to tell your teams, look, I'm not fucking blaming a soul here. I'm saying it's been my fault for not getting you guys to communicate and play in the same fucking rooms. And you need to, monitor a conversation and say, look, we're on the same team. We're in the same game. Let's figure out how to work together. Marketing people, you got to quit thinking that all freaking salespeople are shisty, shithead, ego-ridden assholes. And you got to put your defenses down. You guys are amazing at what you do at marketing, but you need to respect the salespeople. Salespeople, quit thinking that marketing people are book-reading, geek-type, creative, goofy people. And respect the fuck out of what they do, because, man, you guys get together and holy shit, magic happens.
Yeah, for marketing people, you need to understand that the salespeople are the ones out in the field, actually sitting in front of those names that are flying through.
Yeah, getting punched in the face every fucking day.
and they're the ones who are going to be able to tell you, hey, here's what our clients and our prospects are actually asking. Here are the questions that they're having. Here are the objections they're raising. Here's what they're saying. And help this marketing actually understand how if it's a larger company, there's going to be some sort of documented process, but sales is going to help you understand how that process actually plays out in the field so that it's able to be adjusted. And when the prospect comes into the sales world, it's at a better point that makes it easier for the sales to engage with them.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
The number one thing clients hate is getting hit by salespeople too early in the process.
Yep. And I would say salespeople, I'm going to put it on you to go take the initiative. Somebody's got to lead that conversation. And so I'm going to challenge you that ever listen to this, that you need to reach down, grab a hold, and go have a fucking conversation, because somebody's got to have the guts to walk into an office and say, hey, we need to have a real talk about how this is work. How the fuck can we work together? Because, it's very much like a marriage, dating, anything else. If you're hiding shit and avoiding conversations, it's just going to continue to get worse. And it's going to lead to somebody getting fucking fired. Because somebody's going to get to the point where they're sitting behind the scenes and all they're doing is talking shit. They're like, fuck, look, Mr. President, I'm giving these guys thousands of referrals, thousands of leads, and they can't fucking close them. Salespeople are on the other end going, look, they're giving us hundreds of leads, but they're absolute shit, right? Somebody's going to lose a job over it, and that benefits nobody.
Yeah, when I was doing the corporate wireless sales thing, half the leads that we got in were consumers who had filled out the form who wanted our product. And then they sent them to the business sales team. I have a quota of X. Selling 2 of them does not help me. That means I have to sell 30 of those. I want leads that are 10 or more. I'll even be happy with leads that are 5 or more for wireless phones. That is fine. That is manageable. But managing a pipeline where I have to sell 30 something just to get to a quota of 60 is untenable. And we had to have that conversation with the marketing, say these aren't qualified for us. You need hey, general manager, we need to figure out how we have someone who just manages these leads. And that is their job, to sell stuff that doesn't come to your business team.
And you said it. God, that's a gold mine of business for a different person in that company to handle. You need your freaking gunslingers going after the big fucking deals, so give them that opportunity. You don't want to lose those little bitty clients and customers. Put an internal customer service person on those little bitty deals.
Yep.
And let your gunslingers go gunsling.
Yeah, and that's literally what I said. I pointed out all our top producers, like, do you want us working on 2 phone deals, or do you want us going out managing prospects that are going to sell 30 or more and we're closing 100 plus deals a month?
Yeah.
Which do you want? Yeah. He's like, well, I want that. Well, then get rid of all these. Give these to someone else. And how do we do this? How do we fix it so we are getting the right stuff? And that actually started off a really good conversation, and there was a ton of changes. But because, someone had to say something and point out what was actually going on, and not just do the you're a bad marketer thing.
Yeah, and I think that's how most of the conversations start off, is there's a meeting of the powers that be all sitting around the table, and then the fucking finger pointing happens.
Yep.
You guys suck because we're not getting this. You guys suck because you're not closing this. And, there's this just clusterfuck of a conversation. That's why it goes back to, you got to set the stage that, guys, we're going to have a real conversation and nobody gets butthurt here. But in the same token, nobody gets butthurt, but nobody's a fucking dick or an asshole. You're coming in to leave your fucking emotions at the door. Let's go and build an empire and not fiddle fuck around and have stupid conversations. So I think at the end of the day, guys, it's really twofold. One, keep your emotions out of business. It's business. Don't take shit personal. I think sales guys, you have got to embrace marketing. Don't wait for marketing ever. Go build your book of business without them. Let marketing enhance what you do. Their messaging, their positioning, their branding, their everything make your job fucking easier. It's a lot easier to close a deal when somebody says, oh, I know you guys, right? Versus you going in straight cold. Marketing people, embrace your sales people. They're trying. Give them a chance. Give them an opportunity. Hear them the fuck out. If they're telling you that the leads are not the right leads, figure out why. Have tougher conversations about what your marketing team can do to get them going after bigger fish. Presidents of company, hold your fucking people accountable. If your salespeople are just waiting on leads, kick them in the ass and tell them to go out and get... Because, look, if anybody's waiting on leads, that's a customer service rep. That's not a salesperson. Or it's an inside salesperson at best, right? So if that's the case, cool. If you got guys that are master at closing leads, fucking put them behind a desk, let them sit there and work the phones for you, right? Let them be inside sales. Let your hunters go get them. In marketing, you need to support those hunters, those gunslingers. So, guys, at the end of the day, if you got any nuggets, I had fun with this one. This was a good one. If you guys got any nuggets or any value out of this one, please do us a favor. Make sure you follow, subscribe, click that bell button, and let them, look for more content coming out. And tell somebody else to freaking follow and subscribe this. It means everything to us. See ya.